Hello, my dear Trillion family. I'm still facing some webcam issues, and that was the reason that I had been late today to start this live stream. I'm so sorry for it, and I think we have to go live without the camera only because I have no clue why I'm not being able to access it, though this all the settings are at its place right now. So, nonetheless, the content is definitely there. So, I'm sure that you would be able to know all the factors, all the 15 tips, which are basically collated from the top 15 questions I basically get from you or from my clients or patients, and the answers. And in those answers, there would be lying the 15 most important tips, the reasons for not losing fat or belly fat or the weight loss in general. All these 15 tips are basically science backed tips, and it would help you to know that why your belly fat is so stubborn that you are facing so much of an issue to basically lose this stubborn belly fat. So basically, fat deposition is based on many factors like sex, age, genetics, etc. And Indians or the Southeast Asians are predisposed to gain a lot of fat on their belly area. It's the place from where you lose weight or fat last, but it's the same place where you deposit the fat first. That's why we see many people who are basically lean or thin otherwise, look wise, but they might have belly fat issues. Similarly, even if the people like overweight people after doing a proper diet and exercise, they lose weight, but they struggle to lose the belly fat. Before starting the questions which I have got, I would like to go with just general norm or the general question which arises in many minds, and I often encountered this question that can we just lose fat from the belly, because many people think that belly is their main concern area and they don't want to lose weight from any other region, but they need to just lose it from their stomach area. So there is no specific diet or no specific exercise which could help you to lose fat or weight only from the belly area. There is no such mechanism that you can increase your metabolic rate only in one specific region of your body. So if someone tells you that there is this kind of a diet and this kind of an exercise that could only help you to lose belly fat but not fat or weight from other parts of body, well, that's not true. Unfortunately, that would be just mythical. Okay, so even when I suggest the diet or the routine lifestyle tips for losing belly fat, it also applies to the fat deposited in other areas of your body as well. So you might not be very overweight, you might be as such BMI wise would come into ideal body weight or normal body weight. But if you still have belly fat issues, that means you have a deposition of visceral fat, and you also need to lose fat from your body, not the weight. Fat from your body and replace it with muscles by doing more training exercises or strength training exercises. You need to tone your body a lot. So these are basically the crux, and I really hope that this general perception that one can lose belly fat or body fat or weight only from the stomach region would be cleared in your mind after my this explanation. So moving on to the most encountered 15 questions from my clients, patients, or you, the audience. I have just collated all the questions and I would just take them one by one. I have listed them out and would like to tell you more about it. Once again, I would say a very sorry that somehow the webcam is not working and I am not being able to, like, you are not being able to really see me. But please, this is very important live. This is very important video, and I would really urge all of you who are listening now or who are going to listen it later to please listen to the whole video because it would really help you out. So let's talk about the first question which I often encountered is that many people feel that they are very well aware about the diet once they, once they listen some podcast or listen to videos, or they are, like, in some function where they are being made aware about their body weight, but they often forget about it later on and then they indulge and then they put on weight. So first thing is that you should be become very aware of your decision to be fit, to be healthy, to lose weight, because awareness can only bring changes in your behavior. Okay, and if you are aware, then you would make accordingly changes in your whole day or whole month or whole year behavior pattern, be it your eating decisions, be it not falling prey to your cravings, or be it your portion sizes, or these course correction steps would be taken. You would make more intelligent decisions. There would be more smart swaps, like opting for maybe for jaggery instead of sugar or honey, or going more for the baked stuff instead of fried ones. These are some of the very intelligent or smart swaps which you can make if you're somewhere out. So these things would only be reflected in your day-to-day routine or lifestyle only if you are aware at every step of your whole day about your health or the fitness goals. Also, there are some digital methods nowadays which can really help you to be aware of your health goals, like if you install a calorie tracker app, or you wear, activity bands, activity tracker app. All these digitally smart ways are some of also the aids which would help you in being more aware to lose weight or to achieve your health goals. Now the next often question being asked is that, like, I follow the diet whole day, but I often end up eating some very unhealthy snacks, and that's how I really get derailed from my diet and then put on weight. So if that is happening with you as well, then regular meal timings, portion sizes, mindful eating, I have discussed all these things in my various videos at different points of time. So if you are being following my videos and listening to them often, then I'm very sure that you would be aware of all these things. But because I have shared actually a lot of tips regarding it, how to cut down the sugar, salts, or fat, and include more fiber rich or protein rich snacks also comes into it. In fact, a few days back, or maybe a week or 2 week back, I have done this video where I have shared 20 smartest, healthiest snacks which you can include in your whole day meal pattern. So those snacks are enough to cover your, entire month. So if you have not watched that video, please go and watch, because it has really a lot of options, and for every option I have explained in few lines like how they are really helpful in maintaining your health as well as your weight. So snacking is a very important part as far as the weight loss journey is concerned. So include more healthy and smart snacks. Now the third question which I often encountered from the people is to how to include exercise in the daily routine. They find it very challenging to include exercise in the daily routine, specifically if they are not doing anything at all. Now we know that exercise is a very important part, integral part of the weight loss journey. It helps in boosting your metabolic rate. Metabolic rate is nothing but the rate at which you are burning your calories. You always require some mechanism at place to burn the calories, because if you are just having calories, no matter even from the healthy food, and if they are not getting burned, they are going to get piled up and end up being stored in your body as fat. And the preferred location of storing this fat is of course your belly. So again, the belly fat would be there. So if you are not at all aware of any kind of an exercises, or have not done any exercise in your whole life, or just has a lot of time constraint, I would suggest you to start with the walk, because walk is the right entry point. And if you don't have time, then I would suggest you to start doing post meal walk, like after your dinner. Try to have a walk for at least 10-20 minutes, or even in the office post your lunch you can go for a walk in your office premises. So I have actually made one video where I have shared like how 2 minutes of walk even after your post meal could help you save from the diabetes or any kind of a lifestyle diseases. And in fact there is one study which says that if you are going for 50 to 70 minutes of walk even for 3 days in a week, within 12 weeks you would see a maximum major drop in your belly fat. So all you have to do is to just get out of that stupor and start going for a walk. Okay. Again, I won't suggest you to do too much as far as exercise is concerned too soon and get burnt out. That is the problem. Like many people initially phase. They start with a lot of zeal, they go for all out exercises and they get themselves burnt out, and then they either have body ache, pains, or they compromise their immunity because they don't back up their exercise with the proper nutrition, and then they lost zeal to exercise further. So I would rather advise you to start slow and work your way up rather than overdoing it and giving. So I really hope that exercise, and this is a very, very major question, is being properly addressed through this step. So the next uh, question I often encounter are with are from the ones who are very, very regular with their exercise, walk, run, gym, and still not losing weight. Now in this point I would say that your body gets too much accustomed or had gone in a comfort zone as far as your regular exercise routine is concerned, and you need to wake up or shake up your body and just push it out of slumber. So introduce some kind of a strength training if you're too much into a cardio. Any kind of a strength training exercises basically builds muscle, replaces your body fat, increases your basal metabolic rate, continue to burn your fat whole day, even post workout. So when you are doing cardio like walk or a run or a treadmill or a swimming or cycling, you burn calories only when you are doing that particular exercise. But strength training are the exercises where you continue to burn your calories even after the exercise during the whole day. So introduce strength training to shock your body, push metabolic rate further, and it would help you to lose more weight very quickly. So at least 2 days in a week, try to include some kind of a strength training. It could be something like upper body one day and lower body the other day. So if how to include strength training? See, if you don't want to go to gym or are not going to gym or can't go to the gym, very simple thing is to do body weight exercises where you you are lifting your body weight against the gravity, and that offers a lot of resistance, and it helps you to build muscles as well as the strength. So lunges, planks, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, all these kinds of calisthenics exercises or pilates, all these kinds of exercises really helps to build muscle, and you don't need a gym setup to really build your strength or stamina for that matter. So this is the fourth question. The fifth question I often being asked is that I am following a diet very, very strictly. I don't eat so many things. I don't eat out often. I'm also very, very eating less, like a really less amount of food in any meal, and still I'm not being able to lose my belly fat. Now, let me tell you, if too much of an restrictive diet often restricts a lot of fat, and when there a lot of fat is being really restricted in your diet, then you face the deficiency of fat soluble vitamins. Also, there are a lot of hormonal imbalances, but because most of the hormones are also either made up of fat or they include fat soluble vitamins in their metabolism. So because of the hormonal imbalances, then there would be the issues of stuck up weight or weight plateau, or in women there would be irregular periods, hair loss, pimples. So all these things basically comes from the hormonal imbalances. To counter this, I would really suggest you to include healthy fats in your diet. The healthy fats are one which are unsaturated fatty acids, has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, and you can include nuts, avocado, olive oil. If you are a non-vegetarian, you can have eggs or fatty fish. These are really very, very good sources of healthy omega-3 rich fats. Also, fats are really good in giving you satiety, satisfaction. They are mostly tasty. They suffice your taste buds really very well, and they stays in your gastrointestinal tract for a longer time, keeps you fuller for a longer time. You don't feel hungry very easily after having them, and that's one of the main reason that why, if you have seen my diet plan video, I have always suggested to have nuts as snacks, because they are really very high in fiber, in high in good quality of protein, high in good quality of fat. And if you are having them as a nuts, then their calories would get basically easily adjusted, and you don't feel hungry for a longer time. But nonetheless, whether you are having the unhealthy fats or the healthy fats, they are both are calorie dense. So you have to basically control the portion size whenever you are having them. So that means that just don't go beyond a certain amount. Now, how much portion size you should be having of fat if you're on a weight loss diet for the whole day? There is one entire video of mine on portion size. I would really suggest you very strongly to please go and check out that video, because many people are basically following everything, but they are not being aware of portion size, and hence ended up eating a way lot more than what is being required by their body. So that's the fifth often encountered question. The sixth question which I had often encountered is that many people tell me that once they would start with any kind of a diet and also including some kind of an exercise and start losing weight, they also start losing their immunity, get frequent infection, that could be respiratory infections or viral infections, and they fall sick, and then the whole plan gets derailed. Or if they're on too restrictive diet and following diet on their own from some internet source like diet or the paleo diet or those kinds of diet, then also it happens that they have lots of hormonal issues, and despite doing everything, they find it really difficult to lose the weight. So basically, when I check their diet, I often ended up finding that they are not loading up enough protein in their diet. We need to understand that proteins are the building blocks of our body, our cells, our tissues, our muscles, our hairs, our skin. Everything is being made from the proteins. Also, proteins really provide you a lot of satiety, keep you full for a longer time, repair your muscles, also keeps your blood rich with hemoglobin. So you know you need a lot of protein to really have that kind of a power, stamina, and strength in you. In fact, from time to time, I also made a lot of videos like how, in a very cheapest, inexpensive way, you can have protein-rich sources in your diet, which are going to give you a plethora of health benefits. So definitely try to understand when I'm trying to tell you that these are the videos I had made. It's not only a promotion kind of stuff. It also means that health is an ongoing journey. Okay, it's not something which you would follow for a few days and you would achieve it and that's the end of it. No, you have to continuously work on your health, work on yourself. And the reason that, like, I'm telling about these videos is that you get to know more about the food which is being locally available to you, which is being more nutritious. You might not be aware about their health benefits. And through these videos you would be able to really include these food in your diet and really achieve all those fitness related goals, weight related goals, health related goals through them. So I have a lot of protein. Go and check out my diet plan videos as well, because those are all very balanced diets where the care has been taken that enough protein being included in every major meal or in the snacks as well. So that was the sixth question. Seventh was that I had, if you are doing everything, like, I had been doing exercises, I had been going in the gym, or for a while I had been doing all these exercises, but I had lost initially a few kgs of weight. I had lost few inches, but now I am stuck. Like, this is the stuck or the plateau stage of the weight, where we see after, like, losing maybe 5 kgs or 10 kgs or 15 kgs, the client or patient gets stuck and they are not being really able to lose further weight. So in this scenario, I would really help you to give a break to your body and shock them, and introduce some little intense kind of an exercise as far as exercises are concerned. If you are not at all including any ab exercises for your belly fat, then I would definitely suggest you to include more ab related exercises. It could be crunches, it could be squats. Even many people think that squats are not something for the abs. No, it is not like that. Squats include the largest muscle group of your body. So when you're doing squats, basically you're working on your abdominal muscles that would help you to lose your belly fat as well. Apart from that, I had made one video about the interval training, how you can include interval training simplest way in your work, has been fantastically explained in that particular video. So I would really suggest you to please go and have a look over it. Interval training can be applied to the walk, can be applied to the run. You can go for a circuit training, you can go for HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. If you have really lack of time but you have enough strength and stamina to go for it, I would suggest you to go for it at least on the days when you have choco block routine and you can't really go for an entire stretch of exercise routine. Swimming, kickboxing, following any kind of a sports, outdoor sports, or these are again some form of introducing intense exercise or giving a break uh, to your body from the regular exercises. So this break would definitely shock your body and it would really help you to push your weight further down. So these are the few tips I would definitely suggest to the people who are already doing exercises and are facing the issues of stuck weight or the plateau weight. Now, what is the next question I often have observed or often encountered, that everything was going fine until there was some project deadline, or until there was some domestic extra responsibilities like the kids' exams or something of that sort, which basically gives a lot of stress. And then stress messes basically every part of the body, and the food act as a substitute for dealing with stress. We gravitate towards the food as it immediately satisfies our emotional needs. Okay, it doesn't require a lot of efforts, especially if you're eating a processed food. So food becomes our stress buster, and then stress eating will grow your belly instead of whittling it. So basically, I had done one video where I had said that try to manage your stress by finding out some me time. See, I know there are some proper methods of managing stress like meditation, dhyan, pranayam, but not everyone feels motivated to go for it. Not every, since person is not motivated, then they find it really difficult to take out time for all these stuff as well. So rather than that, I would suggest you to go for your me time. Me times means whatever you feel like doing, you really enjoy doing. Try to do it on a everyday basis on that me time. That it could be only listening to the music, it could be dancing, it could be reading books, it could be watching TV or OTT, but of course for a limited time. It could be playing with your kids, it could be playing some sport, it could uh, be sleeping on the time. So basically, it could be anything. But I would definitely suggest you to please, whatever really helps you in managing your stress, whether by talking to your parents, your family, your friends, try to take out that time on the daily basis, because it would really help you to mitigate your stress, and stress would mitigate all the possibilities of unhealthy emotional eating, and it would really save a lot of calories and definitely a lot of fat from your belly as well. Now, the next point is very much related with the managing stress. Like people don't might not be having stress. People are trying to do everything like following diet and doing exercises, but they are not sleeping on time. So prioritizing a good sleep and that too on time is really really important in the present scenario. There are so many screen distractions, like we have mobile, we have OTT platforms, we have television, we have laptop, um, for our office work or other college related works, that we often don't sleep on time. We ended up doing night snacking as well because we are basically up till late. And of course, again, there is a body detox process which starts as soon as the sun sets. As soon as the sun sets, there is a hormone melatonin which gets released in your body, and it has the function of detoxifying your body. Of course, we can't sleep as soon as the sun sets, but at least try to sleep on the reasonable time, like 10:30, 11ish, because that would give enough time for your body to detox itself. So try to understand that if you are overworked and being overtime every single day without being getting anything in return, how frustrated you would become and how inefficient you would become, because you are too much loaded with the extra work. So this extra work you are giving every day to your body, and that's the reason your body is becoming inefficient, and it is not being able to perform all its function to its hilt, to its 100% efficiency. So please sleep on time so that your body gets enough time to detox your whole system, whole organs, and that would really help in losing belly fat. Also, if you're doing any kind of a gym, so the night time is the right time where the right hormones get released from your body, which helps in building muscles, which helps in repairing the wear and tears of your muscles. So for the body trainers, or for the people who are trying to make their body in the gym, sleeping on time at the night time is really, really very important. Now the next question is basically again somewhere related with the first question I have said, that not being aware. People are not aware the empty calories they are being consuming the whole day. Okay, so this is again one folly I have encountered when I take diet history or diet recall of my clients. Like, they take so much of empty calories. What does empty calories mean? That you are consuming some food which gives you only calories. It might be very high in unhealthy fats, it might be very high in sugars, or maybe both, salt as well, and it just gives you a lot of calories but no nutrients, no nutrition in return. So include like chocolates, fizzy soft drinks, even juices or junk food for that matter also comes under in these empty calories. Alcohol is also included in the same list. So if you are indulging all these kinds of food or beverages more on a routine or a daily or a weekly basis, then try to limit it, and just watch out your portion sizes, the frequency of having these things in the whole week, because that would really help you in saving a lot of calories, and in turn would be helpful in losing a lot of weight. So that was the next question. Now the other question is that how could we stop eating takeover food or any kind of outside food, because we are working or we are staying alone, we are bachelors, and then we come back from the office and then we don't have really the stamina to cook anything, and then we end up ordering something which is often unhealthy. See, even if you are trying to order healthy food from the outside, you don't know how much fat is being used, salt or sugar is being used over there, so you don't have control. When you're having more home cooked food, then you can really make some smart swaps. You can, try to have it, cook it in a more healthier way. So these are the things which you can really control only if you're cooking the food at home. And as long as you are on the weight loss diet, it is often advised to have as much home cooked food as possible. So what you could do in this scenario, you can really plan your meals 1 week ahead. Okay, so suppose on Sunday itself or Saturday itself, you can chalk out the whole week ka plan. Anyways, if you have seen my meal plan videos, I often give you a lot of options. So any option you can really use, and you can chalk out the plan for the whole week accordingly. When there is a plan at place, then there are very, very less chances that you would, often end up ordering something out, and it would save you a lot of calories. It would save you from putting on a lot of weight, and also monetarily it would save you a lot of money, which you can really put it into your new wardrobe once you would lose weight. So please, I would definitely suggest you to have more home cooked foods, plan it ahead only, and make a timetable of it, and accordingly you can know, like, suppose if you are going to be late at the office and you know it beforehand, then you can maybe have a one pot meal, something like a khichdi or a dalia. Or suppose you are going to have food somewhere out because of some event, festival or invitation or that kind of a sort, then you can also accordingly have something at home itself before going out, so that you can control the portion sizes over there. So these are few of the tips which really help us to manipulate and enjoy the life as well as maintain our weight. So this is very important, and this is majorly missing factor in most of the clients or the patients I encounter. Also, when you are having too much of a outside food which is too high in the sugar, it causes a lot of spikes, blood sugar spikes in you. Then your blood sugar crashes as well. And once your blood sugar crashes, it makes you more tired and hungry. So again, it increases the risk of overeating. So it's basically a cycle which goes on and on. So good planning, having home cooked food, having smart snacks, smart and healthy meals, all the things are basically interrelated. If you go or falter in any one of the steps, then there is a big chance that you would falter in your weight loss transformation journey. Now, what is the next question? And next question is that people are not eating too much of an outside food. They're trying to go for a home cooked food, but they are not aware. Like I said, awareness and mindfulness about the goals has to be maintained the whole day during the whole routine. So they ended up eating processed food, a lot of packaged food. There was this video where I had given this step that you need not to keep this processed or packed food in your eyesight level. Like, first, they should not be stored because they are so easily available that you end up eating those. But at least if they are not in your eye level, or they are not in somewhere where you can really have a good look of it, like countertops or cupboards, then there is a less possibility that you would eat them. Having a lot of processed food means having a lot of additives, preservatives. Now, in one of my detox video, which is highly recommendable video, by the way, you should be watching it if you are really motivated to lose your weight. In that video, I have explained like how these additives, preservatives get deposited in your various organs, get deposited in your tissues and cells, and the fat is being deposited around these additive preservatives because your body does not know how to process these additives and preservatives. So the fatty layer has been produced around these stuff, and that's why the detox is really really necessary, so that these additives, preservatives get shunted out from your body. And once these would get shunted out, then automatically the fatty layer which is present around them would also be broken, and that would help you to lose to lose your body fat better. So what are the foods which would really help you in losing fat, in getting rid of all these preservatives or additives or chemicals? Those foods had been really being very well explained for the whole year. In fact, like each food has been taken from a particular season, so please go and check out that video. That is really highly recommendable video. So next question after the processed food, which is very much linked with the processed food, comes as that like people are having a lot of simple carbs in their meals. So they are not really aware, but they are having, toast and biscuits, which again has additives, preservatives, as well as the simple carbs. Now simple carbs, which are too easily digested, again gives you a lot of sugar spikes, which I have explained. There would be yo-yo effect of a sugar. The sugar, there would be sugar spike, and then there would be a crashing of your blood sugar level, which again makes you a very gives you a lot of mood swings, as well as it again makes you a very hungry, tired. And again, there is a risk of a lot of overeating. A lot of insulin resistance get developed, like your efficiency of your insulin hormone to metabolize this carbohydrate also decreases. So what would be the solution for this? Solution would be cutting down all these simple carbs, especially if you're on a weight loss plateau where your weight has been stuck, it's not moving downwards. Cut down all these simple carbs and replace them with the healthy complex carbs, because all these simple carbs gives you a lot of bodily inflammation, and again bodily inflammation give rise to a lot of visceral fat deposition. Visceral fat deposition means the fat which is being deposited around your stomach area. Okay, internally we call it visceral fat. So that is again really not a very advisable thing. So instead of simple carbs, like if you are having a juice, even if you are making that fruit juice at home without sugar freshly, but it has a lot of simple carbs owing to the factor that the fruits have a lot of simple sugar in them, fructose. Instead having a whole fruit, instead of having a glass of juice, instead having a whole fruit would give you a lot of fiber, which would prevent the spike of this fructose and would provide you more nutrition. So that is one of the way of having or choosing complex carbs over the simple carbs. Similarly, one of the things what you could do is to go for millets chapati instead of normal wheat chapati. So having millets chapati instead of normal wheat chapati, again, owing to a lot of fibers in them, uh, glycemic index is really low of all the millets. That would help you in cutting down your simple carbs and would give you a better weight loss instead of wheat chapati. And again, I have made this video about the pseudo cereals, which you can check out. Pseudo cereals are basically seeds like rajgira, amaranth seeds, or you can have samika seeds, or water chestnut flour. These flours are definitely again act as a cereal. They are not cereal, so their carbohydrate content is really less, but they are very good sources of protein as well as the fiber. So go out and check out the recipes of these pseudo cereals and try to include them more in the form of bread in your diet. That would again help you to lose weight better and manage your belly fat better. Next option, which I have really again seen in a lot of patients, in a lot of clients, that they are doing diet, they are regular with their exercises, but the weight loss pace is very slow. The rate at which their body is losing weight or fat is really slow. And one of the reason is, like, their water intake or the fluid intake is really low. Now we know that we have to be aware the whole day as far as our weight loss goals or health goals or fitness goals are concerned, and even for that matter any kind of a work we are doing, whether we are a homemaker or whether we are working in an office, we all need alertness of mind, and our brain is made up of 70% water. So whenever your fluid intake or water intake is low, first it makes you less alert. Also in your brain, the water center, the center which tells you that you are thirsty and go and have water, and the center in your brain which tells you that you are hungry and go and have some food are very near. So if you are not having water for a long time, or you are just going without having any fluid intake for a long time, then you get signals owing to the proximity from both the center, the third center as well as the hunger center of your brain. You get confused and you ended up eating something rather than drinking water because you feel that you are hungry. Okay, so to avoid this confusion, I would really urge you to have a regular fluid intake. Don't make big gaps between your fluid intake, between your water intake. There are lot many ways in which you can include more and more water or fluid in your daily routine. Tea or coffee being loaded in caffeine are more diuretic in nature. I won't include them in the fluid intake. Rather, try to go more for the milk, buttermilk, coconut water, even that would come as a beverage. And you can go for a green tea if you want to go for. You can also go for a soup. So these are some of the very healthy options for the fluid intake. Instead of that, as far as water is concerned, you can go for detox water, you can go for alkaline water, you can make some of the kadhas which are really helpful and protective during this winter season. So these are some of few other ways in which you can incorporate more fluid, and there would be a proper monitoring of fluid, that how much fluid are you really taking. So please check out your fluid or the water intake, particularly during this winter season. And the last thing which I have encountered and I had shared at the start of this year, actually, when the people are mostly taking health resolutions, fitness resolutions, weight loss resolutions, I have shared all the pointers over there. And the most important thing in that video which I have shared, and most of you might not have watched that video, is that chew your food very slowly and properly. See, when you are chewing your food very slowly and properly, you are basically starting your digestion of food right in the mouth itself. Your food gets better digested, better absorbed. When it is going to get properly digested and absorbed, then there would be no problems of constipation, flatulence, bloating, acidity. All these problems would really vanish. And there is a time lag of 20 minutes between your brain and between your stomach. Like, your brain takes 20 minutes to send signal to your stomach that okay, stop eating, now you are full. If you are having food in a lot of rush, in a lot of stress, or being distracted, then you are having, you basically miss the signal. By the time you get the signal, you have already eaten a lot than what is required. So I would definitely urge you not to indulge in any kind of a screen distraction, like working on a laptop simultaneously, or watching TV, or surfing your mobile phone, or any distraction which would take your attention away from the food. Enjoy your food, chew properly, and you would definitely see a lot of results as far as your belly fat is concerned. And trust me, I have so many clients, I have seen so many patients whose weight loss transformation has really changed because of this one single point, that they are having their food properly with a lot of concentration, with a lot of love, with a lot of gratitude, and they are chewing it properly, and whoosh, their constipation, acidity, flatulence, bloating related problems are just vanished. So these are the few pointers which I have shared with you. Basically, the top 15 tips for losing your weight, for losing your belly fat, for vanishing it completely. And if you follow all these 15 tips right from today, like, within a week, you would see a lot of changes as far as your belly fat and weight loss is concerned. Anyone who will follow it diligently would definitely lose around 5 kgs to 7 kgs of weight very easily. Trust me, I have seen people, I have seen their metabolism rising in such a way. So if you have stayed till this point of time in this video stream, thank you so much. I'm once again very apologetic, as due to some glitch, I was not being able to open my camera. But nevertheless, the importance is always the content, importance is always the knowledge I want to share with all of you. I really hope that you all are doing very well, taking very good care of yourself, and I really hope that you would share this knowledge with others, share this live stream. And I would like to see you in the next video, with the hope that you have subscribed my channel. If not, please do subscribe. Consider clicking on the bell icon so that you get notifications of such fantastic videos on a very timely basis. On that note, I'm just wrapping up this live stream, hoping to see you soon in the next video. Till then, give, take very good care of yourself. And as I always say, keep smiling, keep dreaming, because you are absolutely worthy of this self care. Thank you so much. See you.